Welcome, everybody. This is a gathering. This is our Earth Angels gathering, and I love to do these meetings as guided once in a while because I love to see what is important, what's going on in your world. What do you need support with? What do you need some assistance with? Now, those of you, a lot of you couldn't make it to the live here. Those of you here live will be getting some angel songs and we'll be talking. And then those of you who are listening to this recording, you can post in the group what kind of questions you have, what you'd like some support in the next couple months, really what's going on in your world. And we love celebrations, so we want to put all the celebrations there. So in our time together here, I'm going to do an angel song. I'm going to do a sound therapy activation for us. But we already, before I even begin, we have a lovely celebration to share. And this is someone who's been working with me for a little while now. And Karen, why don't you share with what you were talking about a minute ago, and then we'll begin.
I want to share that the angels had said to bring my book into form and materialization activation. I had to go through it once more. And the book is almost 400 pages, but I did. And it took me much longer. I made a lot of changes. I asked to pull it in from the future so that I could write it as clearly and best. And then with a computer that's half croaking, I kept praying for the tech angels to come in and keep it going and keep it from overheating, and used a fan. And I finished it last night. So this is huge for me.
Yay!
Absolutely huge. And I feel like since it started in the 90s, this is going to open up a lot of energies for me. That's how I feel, and just feel wonderful that they suggested I do that. And my printer ran out of ink, but I was at the library printing a lot, and I will finish the final input. I finished the final input, so I will have part of it to still print out,
Okay,
but then
okay. I'm
prepare.
gonna move us along. I'm gonna move us
Yeah,
along and start in that angel form because you guys will find I keep things really moving along. These groups are gonna grow really fast, and then we definitely want to start with celebrations when we do meet together. So I'm gonna do a yay, a big yay, and then we're just because that is something that's been on your heart for the longest time. But what I really want to do is get into the morphic field and get us. I'm going to add some frankincense for spiritual protection and uplifting. And some balance is an oil that is going to just keep us nice and balanced and grounded. And we're not gonna just leave it hanging there, Karen. We're gonna celebrate with the angels. I just want to get in this morphic field after I do the angel song. And next time I'll always start with that because then we can just keep the energy and keep looking for more things to celebrate. And you'll know what I mean in a minute because the angels are really kind of chiming me to kind of move it along here, grab some angel cards, and let's see what can happen here. We're going to do it. And sometimes I just open my mouth, do the angel song, but they want a specific card to assist kind of with what Karen was just talking about in celebration, especially these creations that have been long. Like I have a book I'm re-releasing on 11/11 of 2022, which is I wrote 11 years ago. I'm releasing it 11 years later. So these books that you have written now are to come forth now. So that is, I've got two cards, don't know what it is yet, but one is to have some peace and to present and to kind of bring it yourself into your body like Karen was celebrating that it's like this new energy came through. So thank you so much for sharing and thank you for being what wants to be talked about today. So let's hear about that identity of yourself who's already completed this, who's already got the peace. So now, Karen, you move to the identity of yourself that already has all the clients, finding your books, booking your programs, the next version of you, and just kind of ease into that as we hear from the angels. It's not just the buying of the book, it's the journey that is going to be with. And then you start asking your angels, what's the most joyful contribution I can be with that? And call in heart to heart your clients with that. And then you're going to experience this tremendous peace and this calm. And you can see how the angels started bringing that to you with the completion of the book. And now they're going to bring it to you in the completion of the program so that when someone is introduced by your book, you're going to be able to have these programs ready to keep them in the journey of creating whatever they would desire. And then you hold the space and together you create. So that's what all of us Earth Angels do. We're here to create a different world. So, but the key to it is staying in that peace and calmness along the way. So that's what we're going to begin with, peace. And then not in my stomach, fear. Okay, Liz, we're gonna go. We're gonna talk to you next. Those of you that show up live, you're gonna get some assistance from the angels here, and you're gonna hold the energy for those who are catching the recording because you're not the only one out there with books that want to be released to the world or had been on hold for some reason. Liz, you're not the only one who's feeling some fear. And go ahead and put in the chat also where you're from. I really just want to, this is going to be a chance to get to know each other. And those of you listening into the recording, put in the chat where you're from. Keep introducing yourself. We had a whole bunch of new people, Earth Angels, called in to meet just recently. And that's going to continue more and more because we have to get this world lit up. So let's hear about peace. Let's light it up and have joy. Let's light it up and have joy as we go, because why not? We're mighty creators. We can create in, if you stay in fear, you're going to create things to be fearful of. If you stay in joy, you're going to have things to be joyful for. So here we go. Shamiel. Shamiel's absolutely lovely. Beautiful energy. Let's hear from Shamiel. This is about celebration, because Karen led with the celebration. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And it's about the next step of creation, and it's about moving through your fear. Shamiel. We see that you'll understand what we see when you sit quietly and let us assist you to move past the fears. That's why you're here. That's why we're here. And you will find such peace of mind when you sit quietly at your quiet time and simply ask, and you will see that you will be in a new, calm, joyful energy. Kaya no mai hana kaya no ma. This will be. All right, so here we go. So I never get out of bed without doing this. My first meditation is this. Before I go to bed, I do this. I just sit quietly and I ask, well, and you can ask these questions. What would it take to have the next step of my journey? What would it take to have the programs ready once my book? What would it take to have the people find my book? What would it take? But we ask that we work with our highest guides and angels only for the highest good of all, and we give them our free will to co-create with us. And then you've got all those fears are gone. Fears are not, if you wouldn't choose it, it's a lie. Okay. If you wouldn't choose it, it's a lie. And once you know, I call it the trickster energy. And because only this peace is true, only this love, this source is true. Everything else is just a made up illusion. So if you wouldn't choose it, it's just made up from something along a lifetime, your childhood, the society, the world right now. But if you wouldn't choose it, choose something else. So in my programs, we destroy and create all that kind of fear stuff. We destroy and create all kinds of entities. We clear entities, we clear demons. And this is nothing to be afraid of, but it's not fun if you're in the midst of it. It's not who you are. So that's the type of thing we do in private sessions and in groups. So let me read some of the comments. Yay, congratulations. Feeling queasy up, maybe grounding after a nap, not in my stomach. You're in Philadelphia, thank you. Hope you feel better. It's 11:11 now. You're welcome and thank you. Can we clear our loved ones? That's so funny, Liz, because the next card, and I don't know if you can get on and talk. If you can unmute and talk, this next card is for you. It's called Beloved One. I am helping you with your spiritual soulmate relationships. So, Liz, tell us a little bit about yourself, how things are going. Have we created together before? Like Karen, I know Karen has, and she's got these beautiful celebrations.
No, I've just been on your calls and I was on your call with Loren. But no, my husband and I have been going through for a while a lot of financial stress because of a lot of loss of loved ones and things like that. And yeah, so I'm worried. He's also got some health issues. I've got some lesser health issues. And so yeah,
Okay,
and I
cool.
think he's taking on stuff from, I think he's picking up energies or something's going on somewhere that's not good. And I
Yeah,
keep trying to protect, but I don't know what more I
okay.
can do.
Okay, and tell me, do you have intuitive gifts that you're aware of?
Yeah, I feel like my intuition is pretty good a lot of the time.
Yeah, right. Okay. So this card is for you. Let's hear from the angels. It's called because it's beloved one. It's Shamiel. And we have Shamiel twice today. And Shamiel's so gentle and so compassionate. The first thing that they're saying is to be super, super gentle and compassionate with yourself. Make sure that you're honing in and working with your highest guides and angels only for the highest good of all as you go to bed at night. I always say that. I ask that I'll travel and bless the world throughout the night if I work with my highest guides and angels only for the highest good of all. And I wake up refreshed. Okay, so then you want to start your morning with a blank slate. And then in the blank slate energy, which we'll talk more, I have tools for this in more of the programs. We talk about this, but it's tools to kind of get a blank slate and then ask it from you're creating from what God's source is. You're creating from what your angels see you as that you're not creating from the problems. And the simple way to do that is to start looking for the good things. And the very simplest way, this for everyone watching, if you don't have a meditation practice, if you're not turning on some music and just sitting with a paper and journal, the easiest way to do that is just do that. Just sit down quietly, get a piece of paper and start with gratitude. I am so grateful. I talk about blessings, counting your blessings. I'm so grateful, not just the normal blessings, but embodying it. Like if you can pet a dog's belly or have kids or grandkids that you can capture a moment when they're giggling their heads off and embody that and from there, go into gratitude and start journaling. I am so grateful for this. I have this. I'm so grateful. And once you embody it, you can do your questions and ask, what would it take to have my finances flow with ease and joy? What would it take to have divine health? In these open-ended questions, okay? These open-ended questions, what would it take? Because then God, source, universe. So there's a confirmation tingling on my head. Someone's patting my head here. So I'll just keep going. So there's a quantum entanglements that happen when you go, what would it take to have this and let God source universe? Because fill in the gaps because you're moving into new joyful possibilities that don't exist. You can't use your past to get there. You can't use your old belief systems to get there. You can't use your old feelings to get there because it's not what you're choosing for you're in your realm of new possibilities. What you can do is start seeing yourself like Karen's going to see herself and all her clients finding her book. And all the doors are going to open up and all she's going to be invited to all kinds of things that artists and authors are invited to. But she doesn't know what they are. But because she's choosing, she will be led to that. So it's a real trust thing that happens also. So let's hear from Shamil. I'm helping you with your spiritual soulmate relationships. Now, I got the sense that this was the card, and I'm a medium, so I connect to people's loved ones who have passed on. And I really thought it was a different card, so like they were wanting to come through, which we're not going to take the time to do today, but we can certainly do in private sessions. This is the card about both. This is addressing both those loved ones I've had that have passed on, but it's also addressing the soulmate relationships here on earth. So all of you will listen to this and receive it in your own way. So Karna could be the soulmate relationships. Call in your soulmate relationships to the people to get your book out to the world, and call in the people who want to buy your book and read your book. Those are soul relationships. You, Liz, it can be with the relationships with your husband, so there's more ease and joy. I've had so many clients. I should do a little tally of this, how many um, relationship things have been healed when working with the highest guides and angels, and how many, several people were going to get divorced who found their way to me, who ended up having very happy marriages. Homes, things like that. You guys, I think you've all looked at my website. If not, get to my website. There's a free gift there about morphing into your enlightened, because I know some of you are new here. There's a free gift there for you right on the front banner of a sound therapy thing to morph you into the enlightened millionaire's energy. That'll get some money flows coming to you. So that's at Susan. My website is susanelizabethreese.com. So it's my name with my middle name. And then let's hear from Shamil about I'm helping you with your spiritual soulmate relationships. Here we go. We are seeing you being first gentle with yourself now. And judging is not something that does serve anyone at all. So see you as we see you, filled with love, made anew, and from this space and place you'll surely shine. All is divine at this time. First be the you and feel what it feels like to feel fine. Kaya no mai hana kaya no ma, all's divine. All right, so now we've all been through this. Us earth angels, we've all had terrible things happen in our lives, and I'll talk about that another day of why that is. Why do we have to go through the things we have to go through? I was raised in the alcoholic family and watched my mom get beat up by my dad for 12 years and never remember the next morning. Well, he went on to create a facility for alcoholics who helped many, many people. So I call him a master's. And many of us are masters because we took on all kinds of things, whether it's severe abuse or, families, dysfunctional families, or all kinds of things. We kind of I'll just talk a little bit about it, took it on to transmute and to kind of take it out of the world so 100,000 other people wouldn't have to go through it. That's one of our earth angels assignments. Some people were very happy to know that they didn't suffer for no reason. It's just not some fluke. So when you're going through things now, to bring it more into the current, you're also going through choices. You have choices whether you're going to look for the new joyful possibilities and keep your attention there. And you have choices if you're going to be the magnet, if you're going to set yourself up connected to your highest guides and angels, grounded, connected, and protected, be in the morphic field so that you're like a magnet. All of a sudden, wonderful things will happen with your husband. That happens to me all the time. In the midst of COVID, he lost his really good job that people loved and adored him for 20 years. And could have been a disaster. And I just said, what's right about this that I'm not getting? What else is possible? You want to write that one down, because I knew with 100% knowing that we would land on our feet. So 2 weeks later, he got a better paying job with more benefits. They totally adore him. And it's not something you can think up in your mind. It's something you be in the moment now of trusting and knowing and asking. I asked with the knowing and calmness. What would it take for my husband to have an even better job? And I even said with better benefits. And he got all that and even more. He got appreciation, he got respect, he was given whole departments to create. And it was so in the situation of the now, watch what your energy is because you'll be the magnet and watch what questions you're asking because it's very easy to stay in the problem category of these problems. And that's not only going to create more problems. So you want to stay in the what's right about this, not what's wrong about this, because we create our own reality. What's right about this that I'm not getting, and what else is possible. And we can definitely do a lot more of that type of thing in a session if you'd like, or if you'd like to get information on the groups. And this is for all of you. I'm opening up my programs to 8 people this month. That's what I was told to do. I was guided and they said 8 people. 8 people this month will have either an opportunity to work with me one-on-one or in group situations. And if that's something you'd like, those of you live here can just put it in the chat if you'd like me to give you more information on that. And possibly we'll set up a time to do more of a private little angel song, but we'll see. And those of you listening to the recording, just post in the group here that you'd like the information also, okay? Because I've been doing this for 33 years. I've had thousands and thousands of clients. I'm very, 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 talk about celebrations. I'm very, very fortunate to say my clients have had tremendous results. I mean, beautiful results. Karen's here sharing one of her results from, I don't say this from a Susan ego thing because it's not me. I am able to hold the space and get you connected to your highest guides and angels. So the co-creation space is there. That is something I do by making myself available. And by being the teacher that I am and the author that I am and doing my mission here in the world. But my greatest joy is when I celebrate with my clients, when they get to have those, be on the other side of this list, like be on the other side where you and your husband don't have financial problems anymore, where you don't have health problems anymore, because I've had it all. I was sick all the time. I had no health at all. And then the essential oils were brought to my attention, my little angels in a bottle. And I work with people all the time to teach them how to be healthy using essential oils or get their body healthy. So I do, just so you know, because I know some of you are new listening, I have an Angels and Essential Oils Academy that I love. And then we specifically do sound therapy and angels and oils. And we meet like 3 times a month. We meet and for sound therapy activations. And that's just if you get the oils from my Joyful Possibilities team, anyone wants to talk to me about that, I can get you into the Essential Angels and Essential Oil Academy for free. And there's changing your DNAs in there, enlightened bodies in there, a lot of different sound therapies. Plus we have the live 3 times a month where you get to have your angel songs and work and play with the angels and oils. So why did I bring that up? I'm not sure, but probably because of the health question. I went from no health to health. I went from no love and terrible relationships to I'm celebrating 27 years of marriage on this Friday. So 27, and my husband and I have so much fun. It's absolutely amazing how much fun we have. And it's more and more and more each year. And I'm just so totally blessed and I went from not having any of this. Same with money, from having absolutely zero money to having, bank accounts full and investments and fun things happen with money. So there is a way there. I've gone from not having to having joyful abundance in all areas of my life. And the people who come to me also do the same. So let's get one more. We're going to do a little sound therapy activation, and then I'm going to kind of wind this up. Let's see if you have a question, Liz, first. Any questions? Oh, happy anniversary. Will the info come in an email too? No, the info has to be requested. I'm not sending a blanket email. This is by, you have to say, yes, I'd like the email. Then, I mean, if you say yes, then I'll ask for your email address and I'll send the email, or message you. So if you want the information, just, I'll stand, just, okay, that's a good, let's keep it simple. I like things simple. Everyone knows when my dog barks, that means listen up, but this isn't that exciting, except anyone who would like the information, please email me at Susan at soul, like your soul, song, like the song, therapy, like therapy.com, and just put program information. Okay, and then I'll be watching for it. Program information, please. And then I will give you the most current things. There's something I put together for September that I feel really, really good about. It's about half the price of what I usually charge, but I just felt the heart connection that this would be the greatest contribution to the people. When I say the greatest contribution, it's because when people invest in my programs, they always have the money come back and most of the time come back tenfold. So it's like, so if I ask you for $10 and you make $100, that's not that exciting. But if I ask you for, $1,000 or $2,000 or 3,000 or 4,000 and 5,000, and you have that come back tenfold, that's exciting. So it's the energetic shift that is required. And I always say, what is the most joyful contribution I can be to my people? And then I have these different ideas and offers come forth. So that's how I do it. So I'm going to type my email here. Susan at soul, like your soul, song, like a song, therapy, like therapy.com. Okay. And if you're listening and are in the Facebook group and you prefer I just message you, just say message me and I can send you the information. But it will be coming in an email, but it'll be that we both know it's coming. It's not going to be just one of those. I only have 8 spots. So I'll make sure that if it's a soul contract agreement that we meet, I'll make sure that we get to talk and get to see which program is a fit for all of you who are chosen. Not chosen, but who are choosing to create this way, okay? And then those of you that don't know it, I'll just put Susan Reese, SusanElizabethReese.com is my web. So I'll throw that in there too. Okay, let me grab that. And then any other questions? We're going to do a little activation. I'm going to post my website here. And then the free gift you get when you go to my web is Create Your Joyful Enlightened Millionaire's Life. We actually morph into the energetic field of that millionaires. I was actually online with one of my multi-millionaire teachers when I created this. And I got permission from her to share the morphic field. And here we go. SusanElizabethReese.com. How do we best protect our loved ones and clear out our tech? Protect your loved ones is first you got to protect yourself, because then everything's going to mirror you. And then there's a whole technique I share, how my son, many of you know my story, but many of you don't. My son has, and many others I work with, kids have been through this too, he's had times when he's been, suicidal. And so you can't get there by worrying. You can't help them by worrying. You can't help them by having fear. You can only help them by being clear in your own energetic field. And we'll talk more about that another time. And then I have some techniques to help with that too. So I've got Saved by the Bell. I'm going to be winding this up. I want to do a little activation. Sorry about the phone ringing. And that was something I had handy. My mom was going to call me. So sorry about that. And we'll let that stop. And we'll do a sound therapy activation. And then I'll be watching the Facebook group for more messages and comments. And it's not usually something that I can answer in just a quick little hi, bye, or yes or no. It's usually not something like that. It's usually being in a morphic field where you understand that you have other choices and you can create from this energetic space of neutrality or joy, but not from the fear. Okay? So let's do that. I'm just going to use my crystal bowl today. And a lot of the times in the groups, those of you that work with me, you know, I use the sound therapy, which is channeled music from the angels. We use that in our groups, and that's really lovely. But today I'm just going to do the crystal bowl, and I'm waiting for a little frequency card to come through. And frequency, okay, this is good. So this is going to give you an example, Liz, of how frequencies and sound can clear things. This one is very powerful. This frequency governs and repairs the body's energy centers. I'm going to read it to you once. I'm going to ask your permission to turn it on. Those of you listening to that want this run through your energetic field, just stay on. If you're listening to the recording, just stay on. If for some reason no, then we know you have a entity attachment. We know you have something trying to stop you from being who you are. Though you do need permission. So those of you saying yes, just stay put and you'll have this assistance of this frequency because this, listen to this frequency governs the repair of the body's energy centers, swirling into the vortexes. It cleanses the chakras and removes debris from energetic patterns. It often appears as a thick, oily black liquid. So this is really good, kind of like defrags the hard drive, gives you a nice little chakra cleansing, gives you a nice little swirling into the vortexes, which is opening up new joyful possibilities. So do I have your permission to run this in your energetic fields? And I'm assuming you said yes, so here we go. We ask that this frequency turn on and run through our energetic fields and turn off when no longer needed. As we ask that we work with our highest guides and angels only for the highest good of all, and we give you our free will to co-create with us today. We are surrounded with the beautiful white light of new possibilities, and a rose light that everything's in divine order, and a violet flame to transmute anything that's not in divine order, any old belief systems, limiting beliefs. Yummy, yummy, yum. Transmute, transmute, transmute. And we ask that we work with our highest guides and angels only for the highest good of all, and we give you our free will to co-create with us. Clearing interference, clearing the world's interference, clearing anything you might pick up anytime you turn on the television, anytime you're in social media land and in technology, and you're starting to feel off, it's not your energy, allowing you to have this new vortex and new choices of new possibilities coming in like a cool breeze. Some of you might feel a breeze. It's okay if you don't. But I want you to feel like you're cracking an egg over your head and you're being cocooned now with this beautiful white light, shielding you, protecting you. Archangel Michael is here with his protecting swords, also shielding you, establishing a shield around you for the asking. And again, let the egg go like a cocoon all the way down to your feet. Now let your feet become vines and go all the way down to the core of Mother Earth, securely locking you in, wrapping you around the core of Mother Earth, connecting deeply to the nurturing energy of Mother Earth, deeply, allowing Mother Earth to support you, bring new nutrition to you, new energy to you is coming up your legs. New green vines are growing, new possibilities, new excitement. There's a few things right around the hips that need to be cleared using the violet flame and these clear, unplugging, unplugging from the unlimited, 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 unlimited interferences that are coming at you in the forms of technology, in the forms of television, in the forms of anywhere you feel your energy off, other people's belief systems. Who are you hanging around with? Are you hanging around with people who are only talk positive, beautiful things? Unplug, unplug, unplug. Give yourself a vacation space of only being in joy and joyful possibilities energy. Breathe in, breathe out. Allow your body to be filled with the beautiful frequencies that these tones bring. Yamahihano Yanahano Kayanai Kayanai. New doorways are opening right in front of your heart, right in front of your power center. The mind needs a little bit of adjustment so that you see them right in front of your eyes and see from your third eye. And anything that doesn't allow us to be open to new joyful possibilities now, to look for the good, to see the good, to send love and light to the world at all times. Anything that doesn't allow this, we clear, 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 clear. And so does so be it. Amen, amen, amen. So be it. Amen. All right, everyone, hands to your heart as we begin. Breathe in. We're going to be sending love and light to the world in whatever way you do it. Even if it's a prayer, even if it's a prayer, if it's an intention, if it's using your healing gifts, which so many of you have. So how you can have your hands go out to the world, you can have your hands on your heart. But whatever it is, this is our opportunity together. And those listening to the recording, it's exactly perfect when you listen to this. Join us with doing this. Put your hands to your heart as we ask that we work with our highest guides and angels for the highest good of all. And we give you our free will to co-create with us today. Allow us to be the instruments to bring forth more new joyful possibilities in our world and create a world that we would love to live in. And anything that doesn't allow that, we clear, 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 clear. And so does so be it. You may feel like you want to throw your hands out to the world with a blessing. I am being joyfully abundant in my life, in all areas of my life, and being a magnet so that others may be it also. And anything that doesn't allow that, we clear, 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 clear. Amen, amen, amen. So be it. Amen. So continue to send love and light to the world in all ways that lights your hearts up and gives you joy. Continue to look for the good things in your life. Celebrate them. Continue to be in gratitude. And if there's anything I can do to support you, just please, put it in the comments and we will do this again soon. I look forward to creating with you those 8, calling in the 8 who will be creating with me this month in September. And message me here on the Facebook if you would like that information. Email me at Susan@SoulSongTherapy if you'd like that information. And I don't know how long I'm going to be doing private sessions or groups as my schedule gets busy, but this is what I was asked to do for now. So I'm grateful to be here offering that. And I'm calling in the soul contracts angels who will create more amazing things than we can even ever imagine. How's it get better than that? All right, so thank you for celebrating me. Call with Lauren was great. Oh, yes, she's wonderful, wonderful. I was so enjoyed that. Grateful, congrats again. All right, have a wonderful day, everyone. We'll see you in the Facebook group. Bye.